I guess so. I just heard my phone buzz. So I thought I'd start today's show with a little bit of talking. We've got some fun stuff planned for you today. Thanks for joining us. And this was kind of last minute, but if you want to watch this again later, you can go back and you can gather these supplies. What you're going to need is a few bottle caps. I have 2 of them right here, and you'll need 2 more. If you have an adult, have them maybe put a hole in the center of each of those bottle caps, just like that. You're going to need their help. You're also going to need a paper tube, probably from paper towels, not the other kind. You'll also want a piece of waxed paper or parchment paper, and then a string or a twisty tie like I have right here. You'll also need a hammer and a rubber band. All right, you've got those supplies. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make ourselves a little sing show instrument today in our first mini maker moment right here. So first of all, we're going to take the bottle caps and we need to flatten them like this. So I have 2 of them already flattened, and I'm just going to use a hammer. Again, get an adult to help, maybe, and wear some safety goggles and maybe some gloves. Just set them on the floor and give them a nice pounding. One. Be very careful. All right, it's time for our tube. Find some place in the middle of your tube or a little ways down and use a pen or a pencil and just poke a little hole. Again, get an adult to help you with this if you're having trouble. All right, we're gonna run our piece of string or our twisty tie right down inside here. Try to connect the holes together. You can use the light to find the other hole. There it is. All the way through, just like this. And we're gonna string those bottle caps onto our string or pipe, what is this called? Thank you. That's what it will be called from now on. A twisty tie. All right. So I'm gonna put those on there just like this, and 1 and 2 more. You might need to poke your holes with something just because they get a little flattened out when you hammer them. All right. I'm gonna put 1 more on and we are ready to go here. So get them kind of close together and then twist the tie like this. Give it a couple of twists. Not too tight. You want it to be a little bit loose. Mine, I think, went too tight. I over-tighten. All right? But if that's the case, just untwist it. And then you can poke those extra pieces of twisty tie inside so that they don't poke you. All right? Next, grab your wax paper or your parchment paper, put it over one end, and a rubber band. You're just gonna secure it around with a couple of loops like that. Make sure it's snug, but not super tight, but you want it pretty snug so that it holds on there and it stays flat against the bottom. And then when you're ready, you can play your favorite song.
Friday, and we can't be at school. We want to gather in large groups, but right now that's just not cool. So our garage has many banners. We've got a guitar or two. The stage and lights are all set up. So now we proudly present to you the Orchard Elementary Group Page Sing Show.
others out there, our loyal viewers.
Other color.
Maybe
like
some
green,
new.
Maybe orange family. Yellow family. Purple family. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Waiting for you to come to this place. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. If you want to sing, we've been waiting for you. And if you don't want to sing, we've been waiting for you. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Well, you know, this week has been a lot of family. It's been about family for us here. It's super important to take care of each other in times of need, and we had some needs this week. Our family has had lots of needs this week, so we've been there to support them.
Yes, and they've been supporting us. We're so grateful.
And so we did some making this week.
We did.
We start off with a little making. Hopefully you'll have a chance to go back and make yourself a kazooterine. Tambakazoo. Tambazoo.
You make up a name, type it in the comments. We want to know your name.
And
that
a trademarked, copyright 2020. But you also did some baking too.
We sure did.
What did you bake?
Loaves and loaves of bread.
If you are a maker, we've been waiting for you.
And if you are a baker,
we've been waiting for you. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. It's funny when you say that because then I think of Mrs. Baker,
yes,
Kathy Baker,
and you're probably out
my
there,
cousin,
and all the bakers.
The baker,
love you all.
Ariana and Noah Baker. There's some bakers out there.
For sure.
Yeah. So if you're a literal baker, or you're a baker by trade, or a figurative baker. We like to swim over at the Bakers.
Heating up out here in Citrus Heights area, Northern California.
Do you have a pool? Or do you have a bucket
I
of water? Maybe a bucket of water you could just sit in. Or maybe just you have a cup. Maybe a couple of cups you could just dip your toes in it. Yeah, it's
Run
great.
through the sprinkler.
Yeah, or if you just don't have that, you could just like swing. Sometimes swinging, it just gets that breeze going and it blows. And I have a little cousin or a little niece who loves to swing.
Higher and higher.
I had to push for almost 20 minutes and my pushing arm was getting very tired. I had to switch to my non-pushing arm. And that just doesn't last very long after that. But she could have been swinging there she could still be swinging. I don't know.
She would.
If
you like to swim,
we've been waiting for you. And if you like to swing,
we've been waiting for you.
Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Well, like you said, this has been a lot about family. Not just our literal family and our nuclear family or our extended
friends. Our friends are reaching out to us. We love you all. Thank you for checking in. And just your messages and your words, they're important.
And we miss you tremendously. Miss seeing your faces for real and your smiles behind the masks. And if you love your family, we've been waiting for you.
And if you miss your friends,
we've been waiting for you. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Waiting for you to come to this place. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. We've been waiting for you to come to this place.
I see that it's Eric's birthday. Happy birthday. And hi, Danae and Amber, Pierce family. We're so glad you're here with us today. Always joining and singing.
Speaking of family, Danae was like family growing up. She was our neighbor across the street. Maybe you have a neighbor like that, somebody that your family is such good friends with, and you've known them your whole life, and it feels like family. My aunt, I call her Aunt Debbie, She's usually out there watching Sing Show with her 2 little granddaughters, and I think of them as nieces as well, because family is not just the people that you're born into, but it's the people that you surround yourself with, and sometimes family can be people you've never met, maybe.
Like this Orchard family.
Yeah, like maybe we've never met you, but you join us and we see you, your comments, and we see the things that you do and you share, and so it's great to know that there are people out there supporting each other and being a part of this community.
Continuing to inspire
and
us.
Hey there, Green family.
Hi,
again.
Kelly, and all of your crew. We love you guys so much. You have been part of our Orchard family my whole time there. And I'm so grateful to know you all.
Green is my favorite color. I do love green.
Of course.
I said you liked yellow.
Well, I like yellow too. It goes with green. You don't get green without yellow.
Well, we've been chatting a lot, and we got a lot planned for you today, so let's get to it, yeah?
Let's get to it. We have a new segment to our show. We kind of had a little bit, a preview of it last week, but this week it's official. So, without further ado, I'll turn it over.
Come on now, make some time to read. It's Mrs. Ray's book bag.
Well, I'm so excited. Last week I introduced to you my new book bag of summer reading, and today I have for you some more books to share. Speaking of family, earlier this summer, our family discovered an online book club with Mac Barnett, and we started watching his show every day, learning about great new authors and his books. I have a couple of his, but I didn't know how many he had. And so one of the very first days we joined the book club, he was talking about a friend's book. Carson Ellis is an illustrator, and he had her on the show as a special guest, and right away, I knew she was someone I wanted to learn more about. She's a gardener. She loves to be creative. She loves to be an artist. And this book, Do Is Talk, allows you to have your imagination sparked if you've ever wondered what those insects out in the garden are doing and how they're communicating. She has invented her own bug language. This book is written in bug language, and I encourage you to check it out. It's one of my all-time new favorites. They want to build a fort, and if that doesn't sound like the perfect summer thing to do, build a fort. You could even read out in your fort. So I hope that you'll check out Carson Ellis, Do Is Talk. Well, when I learned about this book, I started reading her bio, because did you know you can find all about the author, the illustrator in the book jacket? Well, it turns out she's from Portland, Oregon, near there, where a lot of my family lives. So big shout out to all of you there. I know a lot of you watch every week. And her husband, she and her husband team up as artists. He is a musician, and he is also an author. And so Ellie and I have been reading this book at night. We like to get out our headlights. We put on our headlights. We read in the dark with our headlights. And this one is a fantasy book written by Colin Meloy, illustrated by his wife, Carson Ellis. And it is set in Portland, and at the beginning here you see it has a fantasy map. Like I said, this book is fantasy, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. We're about a third of the way in, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So check out your local library if you're in need of books, or go online to an independent bookseller, help them out in this time. See if you can order something new that inspires you to read.
Come on now, make some time to read. It's Mrs. Ray's book bag.
Okay. Wow, that was great. I'm inspired. I know you've been reading Wildwood. I've read Do Is Talk. I mean, by read it, I mean I've kind of decoded it, I think, with the pictures and the words. But I'm excited about Wildwood because it sounds like a pretty awesome adventure story. I know you've been reading it.
And he has other books too. This one's a part of a series, and he has other series as well. So
I feel like
I'm
I've
curious.
seen some of the other ones in this series too.
curious
And
to
we've
read
had
more.
this on our shelf for a while. It just
In my
a lot of
to-be-read
books on the
pile.
shelf.
So many.
Well, it's time to go on a little trip
Let's do it.
in our minds here. We're gonna go visit some family. In this song, we're going to visit some of my family today, and your family too.
Yeah.
And maybe it's your family, maybe some of your family. Let's do a. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Let's start local.
Yeah. Then branch out.
You want to go with us?
You want to come sing with us?
I've got a family in Citrus Heights, little Liza Jane. Gardens and cool noodle fights, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. I've got a family out in Orangevale, little Liza Jane. With silly stories they regale, little Liza Jane. Look it up. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. We should travel west. Not way out west, just a little west. Oh, I've got family in West Roseville, little Liza Jane. You know, he's got some mad golfing skills, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Let's go south for the summer. Oh, I got family out in South Sac, little Liza Jane. With several acres out in back, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. All right, we're gonna go a little further west now. It's kind of a southwest, I guess. Not like Arizona. That's a little too far right now. That's the southwest. It's considered the southwest of the United States.
Oh,
not from
not
us.
compared to us.
Yeah. I've got family in Antioch, little Liza Jane. Well, their math skills will break TikTok, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. I think the lyric was their magic skills will break.
They are very magical.
She
there.
practices. Her mom, I saw her mom. She had talked to her mom and she said she goes around the house practicing the magic tricks
That's
all
how
the
you
time.
get good at
We do this
stuff.
little cousin Zoom call and she's on there and she said afterwards she practices and she remembers them every week.
There you go.
Find something
That's all
you
gotta
love
do,
and practice
Yeah.
it. I've got family in Kirkland Wash, little Liza Jane. You know, to them I'm known as Uncle Josh.
True.
Little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza. Let's do it one more time. Whoa, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Whew, I'm tired from all that traveling.
It was a long
I
trip.
think it's time to take a little break. But while I'm doing that, while we're taking a short little break, I would love to share with you, like I said, we've had some family in town because they had to come together for, there was a death in the family, and it's been really difficult and a really hard time, and lots of tears and lots of smiles and memories too. Just lots of emotions.
Sure.
And so we've been helping by, watching the kids when we have to take care of the little ones sometimes. And we were able to have a little time in the makerspace. And so, without further ado, this is A Day in the Makerspace, starring four cousins, and I'm in there too, but I'm definitely not the star of the show. So enjoy
Supporting
it.
character.
Yeah.
I have a idea. Get it? Because there's a light bulb right here. You get it? Hello, everybody. This is usually the same scene where they do the sing show. We have some stuff for you.
This one. It's my shaker, and it's a boy, and I put a little face on this ball. I use like some both-sided sticky tape. This one is a log one. A little bit of sticks and a little log and a ball like in this down cup. And I'm trying to find the other ball. Oh. See, there's an egg inside. I put it right there. And it's still inside.
Wow.
Magic. This is a metal lunchbox. And you need a couple bottle caps, all the same size. I use very, very thin sticks and straw. Hot glued it on, and I made it with this lunchbox.
So, Uncle Josh, you and me made this, right?
We did. You were the designer, and I helped with some of the fabrication.
We switched up this thing, soldered inside, put the lights in here. This is the exact same frame, by the way. I made him a antenna. Excuse me, 1 second.
This is like beep boop buttons. This is the scare spider. I just like put it on someone's shoulder and they look and ah!
Perfect.
This invention is a clock invention. It's a clock invention. This one is a rocking chair. This one is a dice. And this one is a cross invention.
Rolls pretty well. Ooh.
I just need to unlock this one. 1 second. Just the beer top. First thing is this, a dice. And just a tiny wing. And another one of these. One is beautiful. This is a crystal.
Okay, I did the antenna out of this. It looks like a hot dog, take a dog. That's what this is, the antenna. So here we put in wiring and everything. Here's a switch right here. He works.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
Gary is a light.
Mm-hmm.
This is a mini Target.
Oh, cool.
This one 100, this one 10, and this one 6. I made this on the 3D printer. Its name is Raicoon. And then I spray painted it yellow. It's Raicoon's home. Last but not least, these. And these are my keys. I just wiggle them. It goes this way, and you unlock. It's like a mini house that you can kind of play with. Okay?
I'm just waiting for you. You know what I think Gary needs?
What?
A smile,
Great.
pants, shirt, eyebrows, underwear.
Gary needs some eyes,
Yep.
and I have a few.
Has one eye.
And we're gonna do some magic here. Now he has 2 eyes. So he is basically the thing we made, and I'm surprised it actually works. All you need is a cardboard box, 2 Google apps, 1 knob, 2 lights, 1 plastic thing, 1 red button for his mouth, 1 piece of hot dog, diggity dog, grass.
Hot dog grass. That's so I'm gonna start. That's what it's called.
Bye. We have a Google at home, so I said, "Hey Google," which is Sienna, set reminder. After when I'm done eating lunch, remind me to put on the antenna.
And then I say, okay, reminder set.
She's like our Google at
It's like
home.
better than the real Siri or Alexa.
Because your sister can follow you wherever you go.
Yeah.
So you can,
Or
so your sister can remind you whenever you want.
Google Play,
Huh?
Mix 96.
I don't know. I don't have that.
Blah, 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 blah. Yep.
So, hey, you ever tried hot dog grass? It's a new delicacy.
Mini cattail.
No, hot dog grass.
Oh, that's right. That's our new name.
For so long, I have been calling it cattails. I just learned that it's
Apparently
called
we
hot
were
dog
wrong.
grass.
Yes.
So, you can find it down by the river.
Now you know.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, Chris, I'm so glad you're here today watching. It's almost your birthday, July 15th. I remember us talking about it. And
Something
I
else
can't
is
wait to celebrate
happening
you.
on July 15th, too.
Yeah,
I think it's
something.
somebody else's birth. I don't know. It's like, oh, right. 20 years.
Oh, goodness.
20 years? Like, oh, man, I'm old. That's a long, that's just a long time, but it doesn't seem like that long.
No. It's time flies when you're having fun, they say.
Yeah. Speaking of fun and family, you know, we talked about how family gathers together sometimes to help each other out, and we sometimes need to. There's those times where you have to drop everything and be there for your family and friends.
And a great way is to have fun singing or make something or use your imagination.
Right. Take Little Liza Jane, for example. You could take that song and you can rewrite that about your family. Take the words and write them out about your family and where they live and what they like to do. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what folk songs are. And this song is about needing help.
And it's an old favorite.
Yeah. Before we sing that, we just want to say a big thank you to all of our Sing Show watchers and listeners out there, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching this in the future, maybe in maybe it's 2050 right now and you're watching this and you're thinking, man, I'm so glad to live in a time where, we don't have pandemics anymore and we have flying cars. You have the what? The Rock is president. Oh yeah, The Rock is president. He's what? He's got to be like 90 at that point. I don't know, 2050. But he still looks good. He still looks good, yeah. So, thank you again for joining us. And this song is for all of you. Get yourself ready. Oh, if you're sitting, stand. And if you're standing, loosen up a little bit. All right, here we go. It goes like this. On a day like this, on a day like this, on a day like this, oh, I need a friend to help me. Yes, snappy.
There was a surprise in there.
There was the one clap.
Mm-hmm. I bet you know what to do. On a
Day like this,
Huh.
on a day.
Maybe I don't know what to do.
I'm going to give you another try.
Erase that.
Yeah. On a day like this, on a day like this, on a day like this, oh, I need a friend to help me. Woo, woo! I think that second one is the easiest because it's two and it just fits, right? Now it gets harder. On a day like this, woo, woo! On a day like this, woo, woo! On a day like this, woo! Oh, I need a friend to help me. Wait, before we go on. That reminds me, the little woo woo reminds me of a story. we were talking about California quail, and Ellie said at dinner one time, you never really see them. Like you hear about them all the time, but you never see a quail.
How are they the state bird?
Yeah, right? I mean, they're the state bird, but you never see them. And then we were out on a bike ride as a family. We decided to go on a nice bike ride. And as we're riding,
What did we see?
Ellie was right in front of me, and she, like, this little thing beats across the road. It was a quail, and she's like, "There's a quail!" And then a couple of days later, we were out.
We saw more quails.
And we saw more quail, and now
we're gonna see them everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of like, you know.
Now I'm cursed.
It's kind of like yellow Volkswagens. Now you're gonna see those everywhere because I just put it in your head. Yellow, 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 yellow.
On
a day. Oh, we gotta add the new one. Woo woo, nanner nanner. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. On a day like this.
Nice.
Woo, nanner. Oh, I need a friend to help me. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. Front loading washing machines.
I don't like
Womp
them.
womp 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 womp. If you want a top loader, you could womp womp this way.
Okay.
Don't womp womp this way, or it'd just be all over the floor. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. On a day like this. Woo, nanner womp. Oh, I need a friend to help me. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. On a day like this. Woo, nanner womp boola. Oh, I need a friend to help me. Woo woo, nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. Toot toot. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot. On a day like this. Woo, nanner womp, boola toot. Oh, I need a friend to help me. It's hot in here. Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot. Beep beep. You have to beep. Did you honk honk?
What?
Did you say honk honk?
No.
You could honk or beep, depending on your horn. You could awooga. If you're old. Awooga!
Oh dear.
On a day like this. Woo woo! Nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. Toot toot. Beep beep. On a day like this. Woo woo! Nanner nanner. Womp womp. Boola boola. Toot toot. Beep beep. On a day like this. Woo! Nanner womp boola toot. Awooga! Oh, I need a friend to help me. Woo! You alright? Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot, beep beep, moo moo, moo moo. It's a questionable cow. Moo moo? I don't know. It's a punchline to a joke maybe that hasn't been written.
So one of you kids write it up. Here
Write
we
a joke.
go.
Punchline is
We
a
need your
questionable
help.
cow.
Oh,
I don't know. That's the punchline.
yeah.
On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot, beep beep, moo moo. On a day like this. Woo woo, nanner nanner, womp womp, boola boola, toot toot, beep beep, moo moo. On a day like this. Woo, nanner womp boola, toot beep, moo. Sorry. Mrs. Ray is
Just
here.
making up my own dance.
That's all right.
I didn't
Oh,
intend to do that.
I need a friend to help me. Round of applause for you. Round of applause for you.
You've got a
Oh, you
joke?
got the joke? What's the joke?
What do you call a cow with one leg?
We call a cow with one leg. A questionable cow?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm wondering his backstory.
yeah.
Kinda just.
I'm wondering about the three-leg story. His back, I think it's fine. I'm just like wondering what happened. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness!
Go love your family.
It is so great. Have a happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And reach out to a family member or friend and just
And
tell
keep
them hello.
sending me your garden pictures. Oh my goodness, the amount of you that have been sending me your flowers blooming, they're towering above you. I just love it.
Bye. Take care of each other.